This is the first test. Want to see how this video comes out, but different camera. So talking a little bit about the garden here. We got a few volunteer potatoes in here, and I doubt they're going to amount to a whole lot, but I think that they're going to do pretty good. They're going to give us something, and something is better than nothing. Now the strawberries are not doing well because I have not thinned them out. This is the second year. I planted them last year. They need to be thinned out, and when they're thinned out into individual rows, now you know there's going to be traffic, there's going to be somebody that bothers you. So the strawberries have to be thinned, and then of course on the left here, all of these peas need to be picked, and that's what we're doing today. Is we're going to get in there. We've been weeding, and it's taken a lot to get these weeds caught up because of the nightshade and all the nasty stuff. The rest of the garden is actually in pretty good shape. So if we move you over there, now you can see that the tomatoes, that big patch, what looks like weeds down there, that right there is cilantro, and that needs to be trimmed, and we're drying it. And then right below is the cabbage, peppers, and lots of tomatoes. There's 66 plants of tomatoes out there. This year I really scaled back. This is my scale back, and there's quite a bit. On the far end, which you can't see from here, is a lot of squash and melon, and I should say there's one watermelon, there's zucchini, there's eggplants and cucumber, and there's quite a bit. But I've got the cages to put up on the tomatoes, and this is cabbage, and there's quite a few. There's over 20 cabbage plants, and then down at the end are the onions, and there's more peppers, and of course this weedy patch right in between, you'll see some flowers. There's some white flowers down there on the end, and what that is that's that nightshade that has started from the yard and is creeping through the garden. So this, as soon as the peas are done, all of this is going to be ripped up, except for blackberries. That I've got some blackberry plants within 4 feet of the edge of the garden, so I have to work around that. But we're going to go ahead and knock it with spray. I hate to do that, but I'm going to knock it with spray because that morning glory is definitely bad, really bad. So then we've got this over here, and what this is pretty sickly plants. My plants got too long, and they didn't have the right, this is potatoes right here, but there's melons. These are cantaloupe, and last year we had a wonderful melon patch here, and this year I don't know how it's going to go. Now they're still alive, they're still coming, they're getting water, and they had fertilizer, all that goody, but it's sure going to take time, and I just honestly don't know if they're going to come out of it. So this year, with all the irons in the fire we got this year, it's going to be a rough one. Tomatoes, oh man, you know the tomatoes, they seem to have a life of their own, and you know what I've been trying. I was rototilling in February, so I was way ahead of the game, but lost speed. I had too many irons in the fire, and so just wanted to see how this camera is, see how how it picks up on the sound, on the voice. And apple trees, actually the apple trees are doing pretty good, and the apple trees are about the only thing that survived. Last November we had a horrible freeze, and it killed my shade trees, it killed my plum trees, it just knocked everything. I lost a yellow plum out there behind the tractor. I lost that tree there. You can see a little bit in it. And then, of course, way out there is the pear tree. And I'm not sure how to use this. I'm going to go ahead and see if that'll zoom in, but and zoom out and so forth. Yeah, that does. So anyhow, we're just playing with the camera, and we will see how it goes. Thank you so much.